Travelers, today we're going to go to check out all the vegan places for this guy at the Food and Wine Festival. So you're going to hear about how it tastes to a vegan and a non-vegan at all the booths. So my first time rope dropping. The first thing up on our journey for vegan options is the yuca fries. You can also get the fry flight if you get without the bacon and the toasted marshmallow, but we're just going to stick with the yuca fries. So here are the vegan yuca fries with the aioli.
So we did confirm that the garlic aioli is not made with any eggs or dairy. So this dish is vegan. Let's try it out.
All right. This is the vegan trying the vegan yuca. Thoughts?
Absolutely delicious.
For $5.50, that means they were about $1 a fry. So let's try it. A little crunchy, which is good. A little harder to bite into than I thought it'd be. But the taste and the aioli is fantastic. A little chewy, harder to chew than I thought it would be. But I do agree the taste is good. Next up is Mac and Eats, and yes, they do have a vegan option with the chili cheese and macaroni and cheese, and it's $5.50. Ryan, would you like to explain what these are?
This is the chili mac and cheese. It is a plant-based dish. No animal cruelty in this dish. It's vegan cheese, vegan cheddar cheese, vegan sour cream, and there's mac and cheese, green onions, and a multi-bean topping. It looks very good. And to add to it, there are salted Frito-Lay chips on the top to give it a nice crunch. So let's try it out. Very good flavor. I think most of the people eating this in this park have no idea it is 100% plant-based.
This also counts for your meals fromage. If you were trying to get that to get the special thing for the fruit and wine, you can see that in your guide. All right, Brian always tends to say that he cannot taste the difference in these. I'll grab that in a second, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, he's right. I would not know this was plant-based. This is fantastic. This is the best so far. Our next one up is the tofu pho.
This is the tofu pho in the World Showcase. It's rice noodles, tofu with mushrooms and some peppers. So let's try it. The broth could be a little hotter in temperature, but the flavor is very good. So now up to you, Jason.
All right, I had tofu the other night, and I'm gonna be honest, I did not enjoy it, but that could have just been that tofu. All right, let's see, I'm trying to get a lot of everything here, just so I can have a full taste here. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, for pho, it's a little bland.
Did you squeeze the lime? That makes a difference.
Well, I can taste a lot of lime already, but I'll try it. Let's see. Yep, I'm gonna say this is a pass for me. That whole thing was just fairly bland, except for the jalapenos, but you really just only taste the jalapenos. It came with mushrooms. I was really hoping for some strong mushrooms, and it just did not have that. I didn't think it had much of any flavor at all outside the jalapeno. What about you?
I think you have to get everything on the spoon for the right mix of flavors with the jalapeno, the tofu, the mushroom, and the lime. But if you don't get all of it mixed together, it is somewhat bland. But it's a very light broth, and it's not overly salty, which is nice.
I think it could have used more salt.
Potato and pea samosa at India here in Epcot. It has a lime coriander crema on it. This is all plant-based, no animal products. Let's try it. I think it's got a nice flavor. I think it definitely needs the crema. You can see the potatoes and the peas in there. This is much better than the tofu pho. I'd probably rank it up there with the fries we had this morning.
Okay.
But the chili mac and cheese is still the best vegan option I think we've had today.
Okay. All right, so this is actually the dish I have been looking forward to the most, just because it looks amazing. Let's see. Okay. For me, this is actually giving the mac and cheese a run for its money. This is I love this. I love the potato. I love the texture. That print. I feel like mine may be more moist than what you have. I don't know if it's the same batch or not. That is delicious.
So this is the spicy githeri. There's white beans, pigeon peas, quinoa, ancient grain medley, and slaw. Let's try it out. Wow, interesting, very interesting flavor profile. It's very citrusy. It's not that salty again. It's slightly sweet. And, you know, there's corn and quinoa and peas and carrots in here. It's an interesting mix. It's a very nice flavor profile, but I think if people aren't used to this type of Middle Eastern type dish, it may be out of your flavor palette, but I think it's very delicious.
All right, let's try this. This one was one I was a little worried about because I'm not as used to eating this stuff. I do love quinoa, but okay, that is actually really good. Let me see. It's got some flavors I'm trying to point out. The thing we could not figure out, look how his hair just stays like coiffed the entire, like, this is ridiculous. I look like a bum. Anyway, it is ginger. That's what we're tasting with that. It's got a strong Thai feel to it. I like it. He likes it. We'll let you know where it ranks at the end. This falafel that he's eating was like always on the menu, but it's apparently also a festival item, though you may be able to get it multiple times. But how is it?
The falafel itself is a little dry, but everything together, the flavors are very nice, very good. It has the tahini on it, lettuce, cucumber, relish with red onion. I mean, it tastes like a genuine good falafel. But
he's being polite. He said it's as dry as a nun's. Fill in the blank. We're going to do the next two booths together. We've got the Earth Eats, which is hosted by the Impossible Corporation, which is the burger slider and the meatballs. And then we're going to try the Shimmering Sips, the guava mousse, and a mimosa flight. All right, this is definitely our big blowout one. We got mimosa flights, the meatballs, the sliders, and the dessert. All of this is vegan, so we're good. First up is the slider. All right.
So it's the Impossible slider on a bun with a carrot, cucumber, arugula, pepper relish type thing, and a vegan aioli. So let's try it. Your typical Impossible slider. So it's, you know, I haven't had this type of meat in my mouth in a long time. Impossible meat, that is. But no, it's very good, very well flavored. If I didn't know this was Impossible meat, I have to go over and check to make sure they didn't give me a meat burger. So it's very good.
All right, my turn.
No, so he's doing some food vlog for his TikTok channel that has like however thousands of, and so
it does not taste like a normal burger, that's for sure, but it's really good.
Here with a carnivore
mainly because it's got the All the other stuff on top of it overwhelms whatever flavor of the Impossible beef. But it's very juicy, and that's good.
A guava mousse on a sugar cookie base with shaved coconut and a vegan coconut whipped cream. Let's try it out.
Get the cookie.
So, it's not overly sweet, which someone like me, I like. I don't like things that are too sweet, but it does have a ting of sweetness to it. And the crunch is really good on the bottom with the cookie crust. And the panna cotta, I'm sorry, not panna cotta, the mousse, the guava mousse is just a very fluffy mousse. And the crunchy coconut adds a nice flair to it. I wouldn't get this again, but for dessert, it tastes very good.
So this is the first time that Brian has said he didn't really love something. So he says it's good, but he wouldn't get it again. So I will see how I like it. That is an interesting texture flavor. Let's see. Oh, wow. I love this. I actually like this more than Brian does, I think. That is fantastic. I was not expecting to like that. I'm not a huge coconut fan. But the guava, it's a very unique flavor that I don't get a lot. And he's right, it's not super sweet, but it is sweet. And I think that is really well done. Cheers.
So this is the Impossible meatballs on herbed polenta with olives, tomatoes, some cilantro it looks like, and a green pesto lime crema. So let's try it out. You know, this is Impossible meat, so they make their burgers, their crumbles, basically all with the same ingredients. So just basically whether it comes as a meatball, a burger patty, or some other way. So let's try it out. I'm Italian. My great-grandmother used to make homemade meatballs. These taste delicious. And of course are not real meat. So, but having not eaten meat in 20 years, this really brings back memories of what those traditional Italian meatballs used to taste like. So I think it's pretty good. And I'd highly recommend, especially if you like meatballs, which I don't, but if you like meatballs, highly recommend.
All right, let's try this. Let's try to get a lot of it on there.
So it was March 6th.
With that seasoning, I would not know that's not real, that's not fake. The Italian seasoning comes out, and I don't like Italian seasoning that much, so this isn't one of my favorites, but it does what it does its job. It tastes like an Italian meatball. That is exactly what it's supposed to do, and it's good. It's not my favorite, but it's good. We have one more dish, and we'll give you our rankings.
So what we have here is the last item on the vegan Epcot 2022 Food Festival. It is crispy Brussels sprouts with buffalo sauce and some vegan crema. So let's try it out. Now, I don't like Brussels sprouts, so let's see.
This is like the #1 dish everybody raves about at the festival. What do you think?
For me, way too salty, but the sprouts are cooked very nicely. And for somebody who doesn't really like Brussels sprouts, they're pretty good. I'd recommend them.
All right, so I do like Brussels sprouts if they're cooked right, preferably like, you know, air fried. That's good. I honestly recommend not getting too much of the cream on there. The cream is good, you just don't want, it can be overpowering of everything else. Honestly, for the first time, I'll say it needs less sauce. Not enough of the actual Brussels sprout taste is allowed to come through, but this is very good. So these are the salt and vinegar fries. They come in the flight, but apparently they will let you order them by themselves, and they are the only vegan part without modification on the flight. So how are they?
They are really good. If you don't like vinegar, like chips or vinegar anything, don't order them. But they're salty and vinegary and very good.
Okay guys, I wanted to tell you real quick how we ranked those different vegan foods, and fortunately Brian had to leave to get back to New Jersey before the hurricane hit. So here are his rankings, starting at the bottom. At the worst for him, salt and vinegar fries. He thought they were too salty and too soft. Then the guava mousse, Brussels sprouts, tofu, pho, yuca fries, impossible meatballs, spicy githeri, impossible slider, potato and pea samosa, and then chili mac and cheese. All right, and then mine, the tofu pho was the worst. The guava mousse, we both had that in the same place. The meatballs, the Brussels sprouts, the yuca fries, the salt and vinegar fries, the spicy githeri, which I thought was the best value for the amount of food you got with that. The slider, the potato and pea samosa, and then the chili and mac and cheese. So our top three were both the same, with the chili mac and cheese, the potato and pea samosa, and the sliders. Top five, I would happily buy again. I thought they were very good, whether you are vegan or not. What else would you like to see? And don't forget, I'm uploading on a Monday, Thursday schedule, so make sure to subscribe and like, and I will talk to you in the next video.